I was reading an article this morning on Medium talking about the problem of gay men having too many shirtless selfies on places like Instagram or on dating apps like Grindr and whatnot. The challenges sociologically and emotionally for having to always compete in this environment of the so-called perfect body. But one point really blew me away. And I know this, but it's just sometimes how somebody writes something and it makes you realize, yes. So the challenge, definitely for me and for so many other gay men, has been at a very, very young age when you're extremely impressionable emotionally and mentally, how your brain is being formed. When you are the outcast, as I was, when you're the outsider, when you're not accepted, when you're made fun of, or if you're called gay or faggot or any of those things, and you're between 5 and 10 and you don't belong. The impression that makes upon your brain of not being included, of not being accepted, of not being good enough. With what I'm learning about neuroscience and our three brains, and in particular our reptilian and mammalian brains, and how about 80% of our choices are unconscious. They're reactions to make us feel better or to protect us and keep us safe. All the things that I might find challenging in my life, or when I feel like I can't accomplish, or I'm never going to succeed, or I'm not going to make it, it's like, where does that come from? Well, that's very much ancient brain, mammalian brain, not being accepted, not feeling included, not feeling good enough. What are the different things? I know there are many things that I have done, vices of mine, ways to try and make myself feel better. And that's the mammalian brain wanting you to feel better, to get out of that discomfort of not feeling good enough. And it can start here. Just to realize, like, what's holding you back? What are your blocks? How are you staying boxed in? And when you recognize or understand that if you were not part of the crowd and made to feel worthless at a young age, how has that affected your brain and mental development in how you respond to challenges or taking risks to grow or feeling like you might not succeed? Start with that awareness. That's where I work on myself and coach myself to do the things I need to do to overcome and try and change those behaviors and understand those triggers so that I can live a happier, gayer life. That's simple.